Okay, so hello everybody. All right, well, I just came home from seeing a certain movie, which I enjoyed very thoroughly. Now, I just want to put this out there that I am not a, like a, I don't know, I'm not a movie judge, okay? I'm not an authority. I am just a fan who enjoyed the most recent and the ending to the to the main Star Wars series. I am a fan. That's all I am. I'm a fan. So I'm going to provide my own analysis, my own assessment of this movie, which I am no authority. I am just a person, a fan who enjoyed the movie immensely. Now you're probably saying, well, there's your review right there. But wait, there is more. So I need to apply the brakes still for a minute, okay? Spoilers ahead. If you have not seen this movie yet, push stop now. If you don't mind spoilers, continue. But if you have not seen the movie and you don't want to watch anything that could spoil your experience, then definitely press stop now. And if you so choose, come back later. Of course, that decision is up to you. Because again, I am not an expert. I am not a movie reviewer. But this movie happens to be pretty darn important to a lot of people. And so, with that in mind, so I've given you your chance to press stop. So, hopefully, you've done that. Let me wait a few seconds to give the last remaining people who are still thinking about it enough chance to stop the video now. Okay, that's enough time. All right, so you had your chance. So here it is, my assessment, my analysis of this movie, and I need to apply a disclaimer. I must tell you that I am very alarmed by all of these people. I mean, I almost get the impression that these people who are critiquing this movie hard and are basically giving it a thumbs down. I mean, I have to admit to you, I really call into question their authenticity as far as being a true fan of the movie, of the series. Because the Force is mysterious. The Force contains things that are not entirely known, that are not concrete. There's not much concrete when it comes to the Force. The Force is still, despite everything you think you might know about it, it is still mysterious. So, let's get that out of the way right off the bat. To continue the disclaimer, or disclaimers, I'm going to tell you now, my analysis is not going to be a negative one. This movie more than met my greatest expectations as far as a finale, a conclusion. The movie was pretty long. I went to go see a late night showing of this movie in the middle of the night, like almost 2 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday night of its opening weekend. There were 7 people in the theater the auditorium with me, and I saw it on one of those laser projection ultra DLX or TL LDX or Ultra Screen, the really big Ultra Screen, you know, the one that's supposed to be like as big, if not bigger, than IMAX. Yeah, I went to go see it on one of those laser projector uh, big screens, the bigger ones. In our theaters here in St. Louis, we have super and ultra screens. Well, we have the normal screens, the super screen, and the ultra screen. And only one theater out of all of them has the ultra screen. And that's where I went. And that's the auditorium that I saw the movie on. So, yeah, I didn't mind ponying up the extra cost to do it. Plus, it was 2 a.m. in the morning, and there were 7 people in the auditorium. That was pretty damn awesome. Okay, so let's jump, and this review is not going to be a very long one, I hope, because I'm only going to touch on a very few select subjects that seem to be the main reason why so-called movie reviewers are giving it a thumbs down. Okay, so the thing that I hear most commonly from these people who are giving the movie a thumbs down, or who are critiquing this movie, are the ones who are talking about, okay, now remember, these are spoilers. You've had your chance to push stop. So, one last chance to push stop before I start revealing. So, at the end of the movie, Kylo Ren, after returning to the light side of the Force, seemingly saves Rey's life at the very end after she died. After Rey died, Kylo seemed to have the ability to save Rey. Which, if of course if you really know your Force history, those that are on the dark side of the Force are not supposed to have the ability to heal. Well, and also even those that are on the light side of the Force, you have to learn and be taught this ability, supposedly. Now, but here's the key. This is the thing that apparently people are missing. This is the thing that I totally get. I totally see it. It makes perfect sense. And yet it seemed to go over the head of all these people who said, oh, no, 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 no. Kylo Ren does not have the ability to heal or bring someone back to life. I'm not saying necessarily that Kylo Ren did have the ability to bring somebody back to life. But when Kylo Ren himself was killed earlier in the movie by Rey, at the moment on Endor, when she detected the presence of Leia inside of him, and Rey brought Kylo back to life. The key here is that from that point forward, Kylo was changed. Now, it did not mean that he had the ability to heal people back to life. That's not what it means. What I'm saying is that from that moment forward, Leia, pay attention to this, Leia was inside of him, helping him become the truth of who he really was before the darkness took him over. And so in that final moment of the movie, near the end, when Kylo seemingly brings Rey back to life, the Leia influence in him was still there, and she did have the ability to heal. She had that ability. She had that light side of the Force capability, which Dark Force Sith and such don't have the ability to heal. So, but Kylo had already transitioned back to the light, and his mother, and perhaps even his father, was influencing him, even at the very end, just when he expired. Because what happens next after Kylo saves Rey at the end? Well, Kylo falls back and dies. And then what happens next? His body disappears, which is seen a lot by a lot of Jedis who happen to disappear at the time of death. And right at the same moment, Kylo passes away and his body disappears. Someone else's body just disappears. Whose body is that? Well, of course we know who it is, but I'm trying to show you the connection that he had gained between himself and his mother once again. His mother actually either gave him the ability to heal Rey in the end, or her energy, her life force inside of Kylo saved her, saved Rey at the end. So you can go either way with that. And it will work. Because just moments later, Kylo dies, his body disappears, but so does Leia's. What is there not to understand? What is there not to get? How can you not connect the dots and say, hey, that's precisely what happened? Why is it so hard for people to get it? Why does that have to be a deal-breaking offense? It's the Force, for God's sakes. Really? That's a deal breaker? They even went so far as to show Kylo's body disappearing along with Leia's at the same moment in the movie. It was such an obvious clue. Why is this so hard to understand? Why is this so hard to comprehend? To those of you who don't get it, wow. Maybe you don't know as much as you think you know about the Star Wars universe. Maybe you don't get it like you think you do. Or maybe this is what is, I guess, what could be called fake news. This could be the fake news epidemic creeping into the Star Wars universe. Because these people are just giving it a bad review or a deal-breaking offense simply because it's not the way they expected it or wanted it. Okay, this is not what you expected, this is not what you wanted, but guess what? This is how it ended. So, get over yourself. Okay. So that's one area that's apparently a sore point with all of these people that are just thumbing down the movie. This is just one. There's a couple. I'm not even going to touch on them all. Because they don't even deserve to be, I mean, it shouldn't be an issue. This is a movie. What is a movie? A movie is entertainment. It's something for you to enjoy. Have we really lost sight of what that really means? Have we really lost sight of that? You know, I've had a second change of heart here. I don't think I'm going to go any further with this. I think this one prime example at the end of the movie is all that needs to be shown as to the hypocrisy of these people who are creating all this fake news and saying the movie is stupid or dumb or a deal breaker or thumbs down. It's like, no, no. There are some people in this world that can never be pleased. There are those people who will always take issue regardless of what the outcome really is. And they will always complain. They will always bitch. They will always raise a stink, no matter what, for the simple sake of causing a stink. There's no pleasing some people. And I think we have very good examples of this within the Star Wars universe. There is no pleasing some people. Even if J.J. Abrams had taken the movie in a different direction, there still would have been those people who would have said, oh, well, this is not what I expected. This is not how it should have ended. There will always be those people who say these things. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So don't listen to them. Go see the movie for yourself. If you've stuck through this video of mine here, even though I gave out spoilers, and you've not seen the movie yet, go see it. And just ignore what all these people are saying. I mean, my God. There's no way to please everybody. You can't. J.J. Abrams was never going to please everybody. And The Last Jedi? I mean, come on. Okay, so I wasn't necessarily happy when Luke threw down the lightsaber at the beginning of the movie. I wasn't happy with that. But whoopee! I got over it. It only lasted for a moment, and even at that, it was like, I wonder what's going on here. And you know, I knew that there was a reason for this, and all I had to do was wait for it. But for some people, that's a deal-breaking offense. Really? It's a movie. It's a movie within the Star Wars universe, and it's meant to do one thing: entertain. And if you can't be entertained by Star Wars, I mean, who are you? Well, I'm not going to say that there's those of you that just, I mean, for those of you that are just critiquing these movies and, you know, all I can say is that you're not the fans that you think you are. Obviously, you think of yourself so highly and think that you're a big, big, gigantic Star Wars fan. But maybe you're not as big a fan as you think you are. Maybe you're not. I don't hold movies like this. I don't feel like they have to like adhere to a certain, because it is a movie. There's a little part at the end of the movie when the credits start rolling up. It says, all persons and actions and events depicted in this movie are fictitious. Fiction. It's in every single movie you go to see. Only very few movies that you see on the movie theaters and then later on DVD and Blu-ray, very few of those movies are going to be true stories. Most of them are fictitious. Most of them were written by somebody. So, come on. Can you not see the bigger scheme at work here? Can you not perceive the fallacy of your thought process? Can you not? Is it really that hard? Well, I'm not wanting to pick on you, but I am scratching my head wondering, what is the matter with you? Can you not go to a movie theater and just for a few hours forget about the world, forget about your life, forget about your job, forget about all the things you have to do as responsibilities in your normal life, and go into a movie auditorium and take yourself away from the normal that is the daily grind of life? Because that's what the whole point of this is. That these movies, that's what they are for. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. 20 minutes. So, yeah. I think I did what I wanted to do, and I'm not going to dive onto those other subjects. I'm just going to leave it as is because I think the point was well made. So with that, thank you for watching. Bye for now.